Hey everybody, it's Conscious Medium Brandon. Thought I'd join you on a Tuesday evening. You've only got a couple of Tuesdays left to sign up for the complete astrology. Click and like on the link below. You don't want to miss it. It's an international affair at this point. We've got people from around the world that will be joining us. Yeah, some people might stick around just for the video part of it. That happens. But we've got people signed up all over the world. Denmark, Copenhagen, Switzerland, Italy, UK, Australia coming in strong. Also North Dakota. I don't know if that's a foreign country necessarily, but it's still fun to say. Still fun to say. I hope you guys are doing well. Coming to you at a time where the whole Will Smith thing just kind of blew up, didn't it? And I if I could go back and kind of do some additional edits, that sort of thing. It's kind of funny where the apologies started to, come in and be whatever. And it was just bad form. Just the whole thing was just, it was ugly, right? And I think what a lot of people started to realize was that they were like, we just witnessed an assault. I think that's like at the end of the day, and I'm not laughing at it. I mean, listen, Chris is a big boy. He got up off the mat. It's all good. He got hit a lot harder than that in his life, right? And there it is. Listen, click, like, say hi, tune in. Let's do some card readings. Let's talk some tarot tonight. Right? Bring in some astrology. Don't worry. Hey, is everybody excited about the eclipse coming up? Hola, ¿cómo está, Julie K? That's as much Italian and broken English as I know. Hello, Kayla. How are you? As long as we don't get too cry. I'll jump right into that. Oh, by the way, I don't do enough cross promotion. JJ, love seeing you. I don't do enough cross promotion, and it's kind of like trying to get my Facebook peeps over to here. I've done a lot of live stuff over on that. And I've kind of migrated, Spiritually Connections as a company is my company. It's where people have kind of learned, and we've got some big news coming up. And I'd be remiss if I didn't tell you that you should really kind of follow me on a couple of different platforms. My Instagram's another thing I should probably post here right now. Kristen, who has been really a godsend for me in terms of working with the social media stuff. I mean, some of it's just kind of divide and conquer. We had another great person who worked with me for a while, Colleen, who was like super consistent for me. She got my sense of humor. Yes, Julie, big news, big news, big news. And by the way, if you're in the astrology class, which by the way, we're kind of in the final throes here. If you're going to jump into that, I might as well just promote the shit out of everything. Huh? I think that's kind of what I'm saying here. I'm going to put this in there. Last chance for the discount. Last chance for the discount in these last 2 days. Yeah, Instagram is good. Thank you very much. I hope you guys follow it. But the astrology class, we're actually going to be announcing something right kind of at the beginning of the astrology class. We're going to really kind of have it be something connected for people that are students. I will tell you that it has everything to do with being a student through spiritual. You won't do fit. Yeah, once they would let me go. Yeah, you know what? I can't say as a blame you. It's a funky world, and then you realize like they're all interconnected. It's like this incestuous thing of like, well, if you like it over here, then you can post it over there, and all you need is one money account. That is all that you need. I don't even know why I'm saying hi, Annie. How are you? Yeah, Julie, I don't know what that is. I've never been in Facebook jail, but I hear you get 3 squares. I'll be here all weekend. 3 Plutos to your sun. That's how many squares you get. But, it's an interesting thing, this kind of navigation. And by the way, you guys can always schedule independent individual appointments. I will tell you, it's been a lot of fun meeting people from around the world, literally. And it's a blessing to me, and I'm really humbled by it. because I've worked for a really long time. Those of you that don't know me, if you're in upstate New York, you probably heard of me. You know, I wouldn't believe everything that you hear, just to let you know. Stop. Which part? Which part, Julie K? Being in upstate New York? But those of you that have seen me out and about and doing shows all over the place, all over the Northeast, I was really slated to not only be involved with something on TV, that's all I want to say about it right now, but then COVID hit, and it ended up being the best thing ever. I right-sized everything. Well-being and health. Hola, ¿cómo está? La siesta. Julie K, being the first one up, I'm going to give you this card. I don't know what you're explaining to me. You got new things coming. We're going to go 2 cards. Boom! The Sun card and the Fool card. You won't be fooled again. No, but this is about an entertaining thing. You're thinking about a move. You're thinking about something different. You're like, I'm going to take a leap of faith and I want to be happy. Oh, yeah, I totally get it. Totally get it, Julie. Well, listen, maybe this is your new social media platform. Maybe you should start a YouTube page and we should have a conversation 2 to 3 times a month. Huh? Do you ever think about our friendship, Julie? Probably not. Just because I friended you on Facebook doesn't mean we're really friends. Like, that's the funny part of this. Isn't that the social commentary in all of this? That, like, we do things like, are we friends? What is a friend? We have lost the context of friendship. We don't even fucking know what a friend is anymore. Be a friend. Talk to somebody. Pick up the phone and go, hola, ¿cómo está? La siesta, parol. Yeah. That's what friends do. They pick up the phone and they talk to each other. Julie, this is a really good combo for you. Now I'm going to do 5 readings in a row, and then I'll shuffle them back in here. Who do I want to come to next? Kayla, thanks so much for jumping on. I love to reward people for being early. Right? You didn't even know you were early. FOMO, a little bit of FOMO, Julie. Or Kayla, rather. Kayla Lamora, hi. 4 of Cups. 4 of Cups is kind of fun, right? Lets you think that you're missing out on something. And then here comes the 9 of Cups. Listen, slight bit of imperfection. You know, pain but not suffering. Excitement but not overjoyed. So I'm going to say to you this. Get off your duff. Celebrate it. Don't be ostentatious about it, but go enjoy it. Kayla, you got a lot going for you. Debbie Walters. I haven't seen that name in almost 3 weeks. Debbie, here you go. Oh, new ideas coming in. New ideas coming in. New venture. So, Page of Swords, the Page of Swords, as some people call it, is a new idea. It's a mental game. It's a little young. It's a little youthful. Touch feminine. Don't let that scowl fool you. Hey, Brandon, how you doing? Hey, what's going on? What's up? I don't know. I'm not going to hit you with this. What? What's wrong with you? And then the Ace of Wands comes out. Well, this is a new fiery idea. Maybe you're moving. Maybe this is about another location. Maybe this is moving your job. Maybe it's your mindset. By the way, this eclipse coming into Taurus, oh, shake that money maker, baby. This is a really good time if you want to make some sort of money financial move. Really good. And by the way, quit asking me what's going on with the markets. They're a shithole and it's a risk every day. You want my honest opinion? You wake up tomorrow and your bank account's 0. Don't tell them I didn't tell you so. Oh, JJ, Julie, thank you so much for being a part of things. Oh, the old ways are the best ways. The high priestess, the high standard. Little conservative, but for you, that's okay. Because you're playing with the Queen of Hearts. This is the Queen of Cups. This comes right out. Look at the 2 little puppies. Look at the puppy dogs. Look at the puppy dogs. Puppy dogs. So you're going to go back to some basics. You're going to look at yourself in the mirror and say, gosh darn it, I'm good enough. One more before the shuffle. Thank you so much, JJ, for being part of things here. Annie, right. Thank you so much. I'm glad that this is your first time here. I really hope that I can help you here. I really do. Oh, behave. Knight of Swords. This is a new idea in your head, but I actually think what you're doing is you are manifesting happiness. This is a blended family. This is eternal happiness. This is the hard work has paid off. So your idea of saying I want to be together or in a situation that is beneficial to everyone, here it comes, kids. Here it effing comes. Oh, wow. Annie, I hope you're still on board with that. I really do. Thank you so much for joining us. Holy Toledo. I'm seeing everybody else kind of go up there. I'm interested in your style. How can I join the link? Use my phone. I'm a Leo, Moon, Pisces, and I'm into numerology. Listen, I just told you you're going to join the class. Here's a new idea. Here's eternal happiness. Thank you so much. Right? How many friends do you have on Facebook? I have about 5. I mean, really, literally, I think I have it so closed off at this point that it's like, even if you found me and you friended me, I'd be like, hey, how you doing? It's all good. I don't know, 2,500, but in real life, I've got about 3. And like, one of them's here. One of them's in the other room. So it's all good, right? So the way that whole thing on Facebook happens, I mean, we've bastardized the word friends. We've done it. Think about the deconstruction of our social gatherings. Ugh, but we're still friends. Preach it. You know I will. You know I will. F-K. That's how you got banned on Facebook to begin with, Julie. You know it. You know it. You drop F-bombs like it's your job. Get back in your truck and get going. It's manifesting. Look it up. I don't know who I see on TikTok all the time. She's a riot. Where she's like, I don't want to take on any personal responsibilities today, and I just want it to be okay and easy, and I want to eat cheese all day. It's called manifesting. Look it up. She cracks me up every time. She says the stupidest shit, and then she says it's manifesting. Look it up. We say that crap to each other all the time. Like, that's what my phone, those are my friends, by the way. When my friends send me stuff like that, those are my friends. Just to let you know. Yeah, so Annie, and listen, if you take a look at any one of the links in terms of, if you go to the Linktree page or further up, I've got the, let me just put it right in here again. This is kind of a clearinghouse. This gets you to everything. I'm going to be announcing a field trip coming up. I'm going to do one more before I start shuffling again. I have a field trip coming out to Sedona. If you want to meet me in person. I also have some tour dates that are going to be coming up. I'm going to be releasing them next week. Those tour dates are going to be primarily in the Northeast. However, and when I say Northeast, I mean upstate New York. I also mean Massachusetts. I also mean Central New York, and I mean Long Island. I know I got a lot of Long Islander people out there. Florida, I'm coming for you. California, wait your turn. Northwest. The North, I cannot believe how many people I've met from the Northwest in the past 6 weeks. It's incredible. Chicago, you're on my list. There's a lot of places, right? What's going on here? I don't know, Bardo. What's going on? What in the heck fire do I need to do research on you there, Bardo. Hey, Stephanie, thank you for the question here. Oh, Stephanie, we're going to get to know each other. We are absolutely going to get to know each other. You're in a transition period, Stephanie. Sloozes? Sloozaz. Death card comes out. Scorpio energy. It's also the great change. It's number 13. It's one of the reasons why many floors don't have a 13. Many buildings, it's your floor up a bull's ass. Anyways, 13 kind of gets a bad rap here, right? It's a death card of tarot. However, for you, it's about transformation because here comes the new you. New mindset. New way to look at it. Be at peace with yourself. Get out of the judgment zone. Holy Jesus, I'm picking that up heavy. Wow. Stephanie, cut out the judgment. Who's judging you? God, let's be grown-ups for 30 seconds. By the way, if you haven't seen it yet, I actually posted a video on the astrology of the night of the fights at the Oscars. I compared Jada, along with Will, along with Chris Rock. And I couldn't help but bring up the idea that Chris Rock actually has this whole thing on domestic violence where he says, you should never hit a woman. He went on for 20 minutes, never hit. Oh, she steals all your stuff. You should never hit a woman. Oh, she's cheating on you with another man. Oh, yeah. Never hit a woman. Yeah, she kicks you, lights your house on fire, and you shouldn't hit a woman. But if you hit a woman, I'd understand. How funny is it that he gets smacked around by Will Smith? I mean, just that right there was worth the price of admission. Has anyone ever told me that I look like Russell Crowe? You asked for it. Strength and honor. That is what we are about. We are men about to go onto a battlefield to defend the great Valencias, to understand how those in law were meant to be into the arena. I am master of none. I will stand up to others. I will be forever free. Do you not understand that? I am not your slave. I am the leader of men. I have brought you great glory to your father. And if that means that I have to go into the center of the stage and slay every beast that you put in front of me, no, I will come for you. I almost slipped into Liam Neeson a little bit. I have a particular set of skills. Just having fun. Oh, Stephanie, thank you for that. I hope you enjoyed the reading. Hi, Kathy Valencia. Hello, Howard. Ooh, little star card. Kathy, I hope you're sticking around here, kid. The star card comes out for you, Kathy Valencia. And then, oh, I know what this is about. Then the Two of Swords. So here's what's going on. You're becoming, Kathy. You are lifting yourself up. You're emerging. The Two of Swords is a choice card. It's where you might have to kind of decide, maybe your philosophies aren't the same at home. Maybe you need to kind of say, hey, listen, everybody, maybe we're not together. Maybe we shouldn't be together. Maybe I need something that you can't give me anymore. Or you're deciding, I'll just put up with this a little bit longer. Either way, emerging is happening. You are being very discerning about the people in your life right now. Kathy, keep going on this. Ooh, love that read for you. You matter to me. Well, thank you for the compliment. Fantastic. I don't own a mirror, just in case you were wondering about the hair. I don't own a mirror, right? And I kind of do this. Somebody actually suggested that I color my hair and my beard. Listen, guys, not going to lie. I'm in my late 40s. The way I see it, listen to this. This is the moneymaker right here. I actually have this, and from this up, from this down, whatever. You know, I got chiclets. I got a butt. Oh, and look at this. How about the Empath Rising? Great looking shirt, isn't it? This is what it looks like on a really good looking guy. Anyway, so thank you for the compliment. Hey, here we go. Here we go. You matter to me. Oh, the Four of Pentacles comes out. What are you worried about? Why are you so close to the vest? Right? Oh, this is about unleashing an idea. You got the King of Wands here. You matter to me. You matter to me too. You know what matters to me? That you find your potential and you become the best version of yourself. Quit hanging on to this. This is the dog with the bone, right? Overlooking the water going, I don't want to lose the bone I have, but I like the bone I see. Are you being greedy? Are you being worried? Are you holding it back? King of Wands comes up and says, listen, fiery energy, go have the adventure, for crying out loud. By the way, I get a lot of Aries energy with you too. I don't know if you're a fire sign or what the deal is. You matter to me. Go ahead. And there we go. All right, you matter to me. Wow, okay, I apparently have a fan club. All right, thank you very much. Bardo, thank you so much for coming in there. Dublin, Sinead, Goff, here we go. Ba-ba-ba. Oh, Sinead. Oh, this is really good. Sinead, thank you so much for dialing in from Ireland. Hey, listen, what are you working on? Because it's for the greater good. Oh, I like these two combination cards here. So the Three of Pentacles actually talks about things kind of in secret, maybe a contract, maybe an idea, but you're working on something. Then the Six of Pentacles comes out and actually talks about how even it's going to be. A little for you, a little for me, a little for me, a little for you. It's a great combination. Whatever it is that you're doing, maybe you're thinking about doing charity work. Maybe you're thinking about, jumping out. Oh, maybe you're thinking about being a coach in baseball or soccer. Maybe you're thinking about doing some sort of volunteer thing where you might be giving a bunch of time, but you'll also be, rewarded in that. So Shanae, thank you so much. Paper Dragon, Scorpio here with the Virgo moon. What's your rising, Paper Dragon? What's your rising? Doesn't matter. I'm going to tell you. Oh, Page of Pentacles. This is a brand new idea. This is a solid offer, and you're going to have to make a choice. I'm going to go the career route right here. You got a job offer coming in. You got to decide what's best for you. That's a thing. That is a thing, right? That's a really good thing, actually. So if you were looking for a while, here it comes. But, you might not even see this. You might not even see this coming. So hang on to your hats. Let it be progressive. Allow yourself to be, succinct in where you are. And listen, it's happening for a reason. Oh, by the way, the energy that everybody is feeling on this right now, that like what is coming, when this Taurus eclipse hits us in a couple of weeks, and most people, certainly America, I don't think Europe is going to see any of it. It's this really kind of like angled, south. I think it goes down to like Southeast Asia, and it clips like the north of like Alaska and BC. So there's really not a lot here in North America. But it's still, we all feel the energy. We're going to feel the energy. We're going to feel the energy. All right, good job, Paper Dragon. Bring it in, bring it home. Hey, Colleen D. That's where I am on the list. I'm going to scroll down here in a second. Oh, Manny, thank you so much. All right, Colleen D. Here we go. Oh, anxiety. Look at this, self-inflicted wounds. What is going on, Colleen? What's the deal with committing Harry Carey? I know why. Because a newfound thing has shown up. I don't mean to be all George Takei on you, but oh my. Take a look at this. So you got anxiety, probably because something new has presented itself. Listen, you've been your own worst enemy, Colleen. Take a deep breath. Take a deep breath. You know how you get rid of the anxiety? You know how you get all these knives out of your back? You start singing Disney songs and you let it go. Because this new thing is coming in because you manifested it. Listen, the Knight of Cups doesn't show up for no reason. A little bit of a player energy, if I might say so myself. Not the best knight on his horse, right? Little frivolous, kind of like, look at this. I got love for everybody. Put it away, buddy. However, it is something that's manifested. It's an opportunity to break something loose for you. Maybe it's just to give you solace into some of the self-inflicted wounds that you've had. Right? All right. Thank you so much for being a part of things. Hey, I do 25 million readings, and I enjoy it. I really do, and I love all of the connections. All right, Julie, thank you so much. And then also JJ. Julie Jansen, you got to be JJ to me. Thank you, Stephanie. I'm glad that you saw that. Stay tuned for the Sedona information. Who did I just see? Oh, Colleen, you're up in Vancouver. Yeah, I think you got a half a shot. To be there. Alabama. Thank you, Paper Dragon. Thank you for being involved. Manny. Is it pronounced Manny or Monty? Monty Rod. Anyways, it's probably a handle name. It's all good. You took a card for me on Facebook a couple of weeks ago, just to let you know. You were right on. Maria here. You told me to move. New things coming. You were right. Bam, blammo. Ready? Here we go. Here's your cards. Oh. By the way, that's known as a suspenseful pause. It's the part where you go, what is he going to say? He can see it. I can see the cards, but you can't see the cards. It's called television. Hermit card. This is a time to go within. These changes have been for your own personal growth, right? If there's a bustle in your hedgerow, my regards, Mr. Plant. However, look at the symbolism here. You've got the lantern and the light, which represents the light from within. It never goes out. It's your time to reflect on it. It's a 9 card, which means it's a cycle breaker. It's time for you to really kind of step into your own power. The snake is there not to freak you out, but snake represents change, my shaman friends. Then you get the 3 of Wands. The 3 of Wands is kind of a travel card, but it has more to do with the manifestation of being in the right place at the right time because of all the things and the choices that you made. So the representation of the Wands, and it doesn't matter which deck you really pull from, they kind of have the same feel, or at least should if they're tarot. The wand behind represents the information behind you. right? The experiences, the moments where you went, I could have done that better. The moments where you said, hold my Red Bull, this is going to end well. And then you're like getting dental surgery like 2 hours later. This read is partially autobiographical. And then you have the wand next to you. Well, the wand next to you is kind of like where you're at today. And the wand in your hand is your freedom of choice, your free will. Where are you going to go? Guess what? Your ship is coming in. Blammo. By the way, I'm going to bet you dollars to donuts that 3 of wands showed up in your other reading, especially if it was about movement. Right, Manny Rod? Go ahead, chime in. Let us know what you feel, what you see. How are you feeling? What are you doing? Oh my gosh. Esther, old school. Repeat offender, Esther. Mwah. More classes coming, my dear. All right, Indigo Heart, 1 Indigo Heart. These are a couple of cards for you. Thank you so much. Oh, Gemini Sun, Aquarius Moon, Cancer Rising. And then 3 more Geminis. And oh gosh, are you in your head all the time? When do you have time for like shenanigans? So the Gemini Sun, Geminis kind of get a bad rap when it comes to like kind of their overarching thing. Geminis are so gentle. They really are this gentle soul that wants to be there. Now, a devious Gemini, they can kind of be a little bit like, what am I going to get out of this? They show up at the funeral just to see if the widow's available. You know, the Gemini might kind of do that a little bit. They'll help you grieve, but then they'll leave after breakfast. So there's a little bit of that going on. And then, though, at their true nature, what they really want to do is understand all facets of things. They want to be happy. They want to be physical. They want to have understanding, but they don't want to do the work. I'm just saying, Gemini, right? So then you've got this Aquarius moon. Thank you very much. We have so much in common. I'm not saying we're together, but we could link there. So when it comes to the moon signs, what's really interesting about moon signs, and by the way, when you sign up for the astrology class, my good friend Beth Signali jumps in. She's actually going to be along in the entire class because she really has a breadth of knowledge here. She and I both do astrology readings. You're going to learn more about her in the upcoming weeks. But you know, the Aquarius moon is all about working with other people's emotions. You start to kind of overthink and overfeel what goes on with this, but you've got to pay attention that if you don't fill your cup, you can get burned out. Aquarius moon, Cancer rising. You know what we call that around here? We call that Cancer pants. Boy, I'm just going to guess that you cry from time to time, 1 Indigo Heart. You're a blessed soul. Oh, and by the way, having Geminis and Libras and Aquarius, holy air. Holy cripe. Indigo, I'm going to pull a couple of cards for you, just on source of pity alone. All right, here we go. Up front. Oh, by the way, they flip upside down. They're all good. Swords, 9s. Sounds like I'm reading it in German. Size of 9. By the way, this is the burden is ending. I don't know what this is, but the burden is ending. Then, little manifestation for you there, 1 Indigo Heart. Listen, get out of your own head. If you're suffering, get to the good part. Can we get to the good part? Here it is. Here it is. So maybe if you use a little fiery energy, action, get out of your head a little bit, little manifestation, it's right there. It's right there. Thank you so much for being a part of it. Robin M., feel like a couple of cards coming your way. I'm going to do 2 more, and then we're going to start to shuffle again. Talk about the state of life. Hey, Robin M., I hope you're still tuned in. I see 54 of you on right now. That's fantastic. By the way, click like and subscribe. And subscribe. I'll use English. By the way, English. YouTube actually sent me something and said, you need to declare an official language. What am I, a city state? What the fuck? Like, are you kidding me? Yeah, I'm inventing my own. Robin, welcome to the show. 7 of Pentacles, reaping what you sow. You've been at it for a little. Oh my. These cards are PG-13, just like I am. The Lover's card comes out. The Lover's card is a 6. It's also known as a choice card for those of you that are old school with tarot. This tells me that you've really kind of been manifesting your own happiness, you know, in your choice and kind of understanding you can do this, but not that. Maybe you've manifested enough that you kind of have that independent wealthiness. And I'm not saying that you're living in a castle, but maybe you have just enough freedom to do what you want to do. Yeah, Connie, let it go. Let it go. By the way, Connie, Empress card. And then the Page of Wands. I don't know if this is a new love, but they're going to enjoy and they're going to honor your goddess. Listen, the Page of Wands is a lot of things. You know, it's a bad choice at 2 a.m. at the end of the bar. But it's also the gentleman. It's understanding that there's a feminine connection there to that. To get those two together, if you're looking for somebody or looking to reset with somebody, this is a good thing. You're going to have a new beginning, and they're going to honor you as a person, as a woman, right? And it's not just because I'm a strong woman. Nah, cut that crap out. Be a strong person. Well, be a strong person that brings the feminine value to a relationship. Now we're talking. Quit getting into this girl power shit. I'm sorry. I don't care if I just lost a few people. Get into the I'm an empowered person, and I'm going to bring the feminine to the table. Because you're also going to bring the masculine. I'm going to bring the masculine. I'm also going to bring the feminine. Guess what? It all gets kind of like, it turns into this Pisces Vesica in that sacred geometry coming together. This is where we meet. You got your stuff. I got my stuff. Bam, right there. Kind of overlap. There we go. Kind of need to get my nails done if I'm going to do that, ain't you? Alicia, save me. I have a nail tech. That doesn't make me Metro. Okay. Thank you so much, Connie, for being there for this. Jersey guy, Tim. Tim, what's going on, brah? Cap with the Scorp Moon, Libra rising. So listen, you kind of got it all. Wow. You are an Adele song gone right. So listen, Cap, that Scorpio moon that we had talked about, as a Capricorn, listen, you're always going to be bringing it. On the Scorpio moon, if you can just get out of the way with the whole obsession thing, you're pretty good. You love truth and honesty. You love to kind of get down and funky. And on the flip side of that, when I look at your rising, as I find you again here, oh yeah, Tim, yeah, you're a Libra rising. Like Tim, I'll be a straight guy in the room and say, this guy's got it. Right? And with the Libra rising, that combination actually is a great partner. You're going to prove foundation. You're going to be fun. And then you're going to show balance in the connection of it. Holy crap. Tim, tell me you married well. Let me give you a couple of cards here. Oh, behind the scenes. 8 of Pentacles. 8 of Pentacles. Ladies, he understands energy. Oh, and the Hanged Man, you approach things a little bit differently. So let me guess, you're 6'2", broad-shouldered, ready to go, and you're like, I understand astrology. And then ladies just go, oh, I'm dropping eggs everywhere. That's it right there. It's got the 8 of Pentacles. The Hanged Man, he sees things differently. He sees things as energy. Nice job, Tim. Love that combination. Love your spiritual journey. Thank you for the compliment about the Ukraine stuff. By the way, when you purchase any of these shirts, after Redbubble gets their share and they have their costs and all that other good stuff, we're helping an American company, a quasi-American company. They ship it and make it here. Their holding company's in Belgium. I looked them up. I look up everybody, right? The internet's a free thing now. So if I'm going to do work with somebody, it's funny. I'm actually have something in process. I'm going to start doing some videos with other astrologers, other tarot people. Let's make this fun. And by the way, we're all in this together. Here's a public statement. I think that any medium, and people ask me about mediums, how do you like this one? How do you like that one? What do you think of this astrologer and that thing? I can't possibly know everybody, but I'll tell you the people that we do know, we get together in a full moon, usually with a goat, completely naked, and we run around with honey. Anyways, I digress. But as an official statement, anybody that does this work, I have respect for. And you'll have a couple of categories. You'll have the people that are still kind of new at this, and they have this fervor and energy, and they have this look, and they have this shtick, and they're like, I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm going to hold up this card. This is my burn card, by the way. Thank you, whoever I'm reading next. I'll get rid of your anxiety now. And then they turn around, and they're like, yeah, I think that means, I think it's anxiety, because I wouldn't want swords in my bed. So they kind of have this kind of like youngling kind of approach to it, and we should encourage that. Because you want it to kick in and you want people to really kind of understand it, right? And then you have some people that are really knowledgeable, like really know their stuff, and they have intelligent conversations, but this is their YouTube. So I'd like to talk to you today about the Taurus. The eclipse in Taurus is going to be very, very important to many of you. And you're just like stabbing in the eye. But I'm going to tell you there's real value with those personality types because they got it. They're cerebral, a lot of air energy, right? It's kind of helping with their stage fright. And then you have people that have been experienced in doing it for a long time that are really kind of built to be in front of a camera. Listen, I'm having a good time. Do I get everything right? No. My interpretations might be off from what you have learned over the years. But I combine my intuition. I have been at this for a long time. I used to be in corporate recruiting, so I used to read people all the time. I just didn't realize that it wasn't an interview. So I would connect with people. I'd understand their energies. Yeah, readings happen. The book is coming out. But more importantly, I think it's really important to start to really kind of scoop this stuff up. And if you're really, truly interested, listen, if my shtick doesn't work for you, get the next person. I'm cool with that. Don't tell me I'm an asshole. I already know it. Sandy's laughing in the other room with that one. I'm not really an asshole. I have a thing. Whatever this thing is, I do it. I enjoy it. I love it. I do what is called a stream of consciousness. I'm closer to Robin Williams than I am John Edwards. That's just the reality of who I am. A lot of people in the spiritual community kind of like shook their finger at me and they're like, you need more training before you get let loose. And I said, I have things to say. Okay, what 12 years doing this work isn't enough? I'm a developed medium. I do evidential mediumship work. I've worked with the police. I've worked with the FBI. I've done all that stuff. It's all fun. It's all good. I've lost enough sleep on that. This is pure fun to me. This is educational. And by the way, this is how we're going to start making decisions. The news has failed you. The governments have failed you. Even your neighbor has an agenda when they start talking to you over coffee. You have to start trusting your gut. Let's build our intuition through tools of the trade, through pendulums, through tarot cards, through crystals. And then when they say, well, that's poppycock. No, you just can't control it. What you can control, and by the way, if crystals don't speak to you, get them off your table. If pendulums don't work, fling them. If tarot doesn't work for you, astrology doesn't speak to you, it's all good. What will speak to you is your intuition because you're born with it. It's standard issue. We all have it. You get it right here in the belly. It's called mother's intuition, gut instinct. I was working with the police training unit for a couple of years, and I was teaching intuition to new recruits. And what was really interesting about it was that you could divide the room in half. Half of the room was just like this. Thank you. Finally, somebody's speaking my language, right? And these are people that were born in like 90, 95, right? So they're young pups, right? And this is 10 years ago. Not quite 10 years ago, but you understand. And then on the other side of the room, it was a bunch of people doing this. No, this is bullshit. By the end of the class, everybody looked around and said, holy crap, I really have intuition. And the reason being is because in everything that we do, we use intuition. You don't want to call it that. The skeptics are like, well, quantum physics, it was going to happen anyways, blah, 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 blah. I'm going to subscribe to the idea that I have control over how I think. I'm also going to be a big fan to teach others to think on their own. I'm also going to be somebody that is going to try and pull out the best in you for you to become the best version of yourself. God damn it. Why are we talking down to people? That's why I honor every medium. And listen, personally, I might not hang out with them. They might not be the reader for me, but intuitively, I know they're going to be the reader for someone else. And why should I ever take that away? That's taking away somebody's free will. That's witchcraft. We don't do that here. We don't throw spells on people. Spells take away free will. Sorry, I said it. And if the industry doesn't like it, they can kiss my left toe. Just the way I feel. All right, couple more here, guys. I'm getting hungry. Led Zeppelin. Who said Led Zeppelin? Somebody said Led Zeppelin. So one of the things Daniel needs, oh, gosh. Enemy forbid them the kingdom such as these. The Aramaic Bible in plain English, Matthew 19:14. Daniel, you've come to the right place. No, he's not in the wrong place. By the way, born and raised Catholic. I actually used to teach confirmation. And by the way, here, I'll reveal a little bit. You should tune into some of these as we kind of build the platform a touch. Here's the story, everybody. I was writing the curriculum for confirmation for a local diocese. And in that, I actually put the idea that if you were to become an adult in the Catholic Church, you should at least understand the other worldviews, such as Buddhism. You should understand what Islam as a religion is about. You should understand the differences between Pentecostal and Catholic. You should understand the slight differences at the top for Episcopalian. Oh, I had it very well eloquently laid out. And at 11 o'clock at night, I got a phone call from someone whose initials were H. And he said to me in a very calm, quiet, demeanored voice, but I could tell he was irritated. He said, I never want you to teach in any of my churches again. Incredibly arrogant. Took no consideration for the volunteer work that I had done to create the lexicon of understanding the worldview so you can make a proper choice. Instead of indoctrinating people, you would actually have them make a choice. So wouldn't you rather have 5 people that made a conscious choice to be a part of you than 20 people that just said, whatever? According to him, it's all about the number. I never really attended church regularly. And by the way, I was an altar boy up until I was 20. I used to teach the other altar boys. And to answer your question, no, I wasn't. And more importantly, any of the shenanigans that I saw, I always spoke out about it. Now, I don't have firsthand knowledge, but I will tell you the person that called me in the middle of the night did. He's been subpoenaed. He's actually gone through many, many tests. So if you're going to bring religion in here, I get to share my story. And second of all, if you're going to Bible tote that crap, understand that what you're doing is for the sole purpose of trigger, not for a conversation. The Bible is a very important testament and tool, but it ain't the only one. As a matter of fact, when you go to source documents for the Bible that you just quoted, I'm here to tell you that there's 4 other versions that are unedited. Get a really good thick one that was produced at about 200 AD, not the one after 455 where Constantine kind of played around with it and then created a bidding war between Greece and Rome. If you're going to bring that in there, get ready for a history lesson because your quote is at the end of your opinion, not at the end of your knowledge. Cut it out. I mean, God bless you. If you believe in that, I find solace in Bible quotes all the time, but I don't give my energy away. More importantly, I don't think that people need to follow what I follow. I'm going to tell you my philosophy. I'm going to make sure that I'm a good teacher. I do the best I can to be a good person. It's a struggle sometimes. I have conflict. I'm dealing with ancestral wounds. Oh boy, do I have a cacophony of shit to go through. But I do it in earnest. I'm authentic. Quoting a Bible isn't authentic. It's repeating what you heard. I've really enjoyed this whole Chris Rock thing because I've really watched people come out with what they stand about. And by the way, it didn't involve life or death. It wasn't about whether or not we should get a vaccine, which is a total different show. But the idea of being able to say to people, okay, that's really cool that you believe in it. And by the way, notice how people answered their question. To the people that were defending, going, thank God Will Smith stood up and punched her and punched him in the head. Those are the people that are in relationships that don't have people that defend them. Chris Rock, people that defended Chris Rock were the ones that were going like, damn, I say a little saucy shit. I don't want to get punched in the head, even by Will Smith. Come on, for somebody that played Ali, I kind of expected a little more. You're right on, 6 foot. Thank you, Tim. Hey, Tim. I'm not gay, but if I was, it'd be for a 6 foot Virgo. Sorry. Somebody get Jim Lanahan on the line. I'm not. But listen, I appreciate your input. And if you want to use my platform, get ready to get called out on that. And again, I'm not trying to, bastardize the conversation. Congratulations for saying something. All right, here we go. One more shuffle. Oh, Martha, I appreciate you. Cut the we have a bromance on our radar. Sandy, get me my shoes. No, my soft ones. Who am I pulling this for? Not Paper Dragon. He's my friend. Yeah, Robin, I really was a confirmation teacher. True story. Stairway to Heaven. Bustle in your head drum. By the way, one of the things I'm going to do, the In the Stars, I actually want to do a comparison of all 4 members of Zeppelin and talk about how they use that kind of like really specific, like creative energy, who like to have control. By the way, the whole band is full of Capricorns, if you want to do a quick lookup, right? Martha, thank you for the kind words. Who's my friend here? Who's my Bible-toting friend? Hey, Trudy, how are you? Getting divorced from oh, God. Yeah. Oh, and it's next week? Trudy Campbell. Mwah, mwah, mwah. From Canada. I get you on the left side of it there. I'm Libra on steroids, apparently, and getting a divorce from my Aries husband he turns 65 next week. Divorce meetings this month in Aries season. Listen, I'm just going to go here with this. Look at the Libra moon. Look at the full moon in Libra. Boom, boom, boom. Manifesting and releasing. By the way, another one of my favorite impressions. Hey, Dana. I was kind of wondering, maybe you don't want to leave the TV on so much. And hey, listen, if you're not doing anything, maybe you can come over. I'm having a cocktail party. I'm inviting all my clients, so it's a write-off, so you can kind of have a good time. This dude is going to get so Ghostbustered, it's not even funny. Your release in this full moon in Libra is your best friend. Spirit is with you. By the way, Trudy, I'm going to go here. I'm going to go a little mediumship on this. I get your mom, Ashley, and I kind of get a V, and I get an L with this. She's showing me the roses. She's telling me the roses. Oh boy, here we go. Trudy, stay with me here for a second. She's talking about how she was very well liked up to a certain point. By the way, you got married at 28. They show me 28. This is a long-standing relationship. I'm imagining that you have children behind it. I'm not being shown that. But listen, at 65, you've kind of built a life, right? This divorce actually has some amicable things to it. He's trying to paint you as crazy. Your mom's going to make herself known. I don't know if this is a blue jay. I don't know if it's a bluebird, but blue's her color. She's showing me the rose. Daniel, I'll be with you in a second. Thank you. Trudy, 2 things to this. I almost get the feeling like there's a divide within the kids. And I'm going to say this. I think you have to just kind of politely say and explain to them that you were at the end of your rope. Quit looking at it as a mistake. Start looking at it as an experience that you needed to. Oh, by the way, if you guys take a look on my channel, there is a meditation called cord cutting. I have a couple of them. Some of them are cord cuttings with friends. Some of them are with family members. Other of them are with karmatic partners. Boy, do you need that. Boy, do you need that. By the way, I opened up all my channel to be public. I will make 12 cents a month. I'm just letting you know. It's well worth it. I've been making these videos for a while. By the way, if you like those meditations, people in my class get them. That's really good. Tim, thank you for your sense of humor. By the way, that's a Mike Birbiglia thing where he's like, I was an altar boy, and no, I wasn't. His delivery. Mike Birbiglia, one of my favorites. Thank you, Martha. I appreciate you. Robin, yes, thank you. Martha, again, thank you. Paper Dragon. Yeah, and I gotta tell you, oh wow. And it's funny, Chris Rock was just in Albany, and I have a good friend of mine that is on the board to that, and he met him, and it's funny, he goes, he was one of the nicest, kindest, most authentic guys ever, and he just loves to make people laugh, and he just goes there. You know, it's really good. All right, Daniel. And it looks like Daniel. And it's a state in my mind. Here we go. Here we go. Yeah, Trudy, good luck. Hey, listen, send me. You did get married at 28. Makes sense. My mom, age son 32. He's okay. Okay, good. Good to hear that he's okay. Let me know how it goes. Please send me a message. Find my email through one of the links, whatever. Yeah. All right, so listen, Daniel, here we go. And it looks like Daniel. I'll get some music out, don't worry. Here it comes. Daniel, for God so loved the world that he gave his only son, that whoever believed in him should not perish but have eternal life, is a key combination. But if you analyze the Bible in its true form, I don't care. Daniel will check back. Don't you worry. Thank you, Esther. Esther is security. Because you're my brother. Oh my God. Don't click on that. Medic. No, geez. Apparently, that's when you really know that you have, like, made it. When you get spammed by community guideline crap. I've reported them. Thank you so much. So, for God so loved the world that he gave his only son, whoever believed in him should not perish, but have eternal life. John 3:16. It's a very important Bible passage. But what it actually is an astrological call to arms. For God so loved the world, your earthbound pleasure, that whoever believed in him, the Son, should not perish, but have eternal life. It actually speaks more to the Mayan calendar than it does about a savior. Uh-oh, plot twist. The entire Bible is actually an astrological chart, giant. I mean, for crying out loud, we slayed the bull. Did we not? Thank you, Taurus. It's the end of Taurus. Hey, Rena, how are you? So after Taurus, as you go through the procession of the ages, then comes Aries. Well, would you look at that? Moses takes up a ram, sacrifices it, ram's horn, blows the horn, blah, 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 shows the end of times in Aries. Then we moved into the time of Pisces. You guessed it, everybody. 2 fishes. What is the astrological symbol of Pisces? 2 fishes. Thank you very much, Jesus, Son, Messiah. And now as we move into the age of Aquarius, the Bible called it shot. You will come to the edge of town where you will find a water bearer. In the next to last house, the 11th house, and you will know that it is time for the great ascension of the chosen one. Everybody wants to read that and think it's the end of times. Guess what? It's a calendar date, everybody. Somewhere around 2150 AD, we'll be barreling into the age of Aquarius, but the work begins now. Thank you, Daniel, for bringing it to light, because these tarot cards talks about your mother. Yeah, I went there. This is a strong influence that taught you what you believe in. And by the way, you had great foundation with it. Everything was fantastic. Everything was good. Everything was beautiful. Everything was perfect. It was the 7th day all the time. So this feminine presence that brought you to church on a regular basis created a foundation for you. Thank goodness. And by the way, Daniel, I'm not asking you to change. I'm asking you to evolve. Evolution is finding the things in which you can grow and still be yourself. Because the loss that you felt here, whether it was the reality of the conversation, the idea that the only way that you can keep your mother's honor going or this feminine energies going is to talk about it. Your opportunity is this Page of Wands. The Page of Wands talks about new ideas. I'll do a George Carlin in a second, bud. You've been brokenhearted. Hasn't gone the way that you need to. It's the way that things go. You're taking a hard look at yourself. This becomes a reflection card, the Three of Swords. It's in your mind. It's in your heart. By the way, Trinity, anyone? Are you starting to find out the reality? I'm not saying you can't believe in it. I'm just telling you it's time. Maybe if you worked with spirit a little bit more, that person that left you would still be there. Strong feminine divine energy. By the way, this is also a call back to shamanism. This is a call back to getting with earth. All religions came from the earth. Do you not know that? The story of the Bible has actually been told well over 4,000 times over the centuries. It all goes back to one status, and that is shamanism, our relationship with earth and sky. Guess what, everybody? You had to rely on your own intuition with how it worked. The stories of the stars are a really important thing. The idea of being able to create who we are in our belief system and to think that someone will save us. If you've been paying attention over the last 18 months, nobody's saving you, buddy. Nobody. Not God, not your faith. Your faith might, your faith might, but your religion won't. You think your government's going to step in? Can't get out of their own way. And by the way, I'm not being anti-disestablishmentarianism, the longest word in the English language. I'm not. Well, listen, I care about Daniel because I want to talk about where he can go with this. It's choice time. And listen, I'm not taking away your Bible. I'm taking away your paradigm. I'm rocking your paradigm because you have all the tools you need, my friend. Huh. The magician comes out. The magician in every tarot deck is properly placed with all the tools. The pentacles, the resource of energy, whether it come in money or time or whatever. Wands, about fiery energy. Get shit done, yo! Cups are about your love. The swords are about the mental activity, the sword play of the mind, the left and the right brain. Anybody can memorize a book. Anybody can do it. We interpret it the wrong way. Did we ever think that, and listen, I genuinely feel this way. The greatest enemy is not a country. It's not a fucking conspiracy theory. Quit emailing me that shit. It is the idea that we don't have free will. More importantly, we don't use free will. Be opinionated. Be outspoken. Be able to say, I believe in this because I have found evidential proof that when I spout these words that somebody else gave me unverifiably, that is my truth. It is your truth. It's not mine. It's not 90% of anybody else, but it doesn't make it wrong. I'm not villainizing Daniel here. I'm using my skills and ability and my experience of being somebody that could quote the Bible cover to cover. I was actually recruited. Another fun fact about me. So when the whole Catholic gig kind of was up, where I'm like, the bishop's got my number. I'm out of here. Little Carlin. By the way, one of my favorite skits of Carlin, by the way, this is how I tell stories. It's my microphone. Go get your own. And when one of my favorite skits was back, the first 3 albums were just beautiful. You know, the Class Clown, the AM FM, and I forget the other one. You know, when he's just like, where he's doing the Irish voices and he's, then if that's, and then you cross the international date line and then when you only get the Easter service and the Passover, it's just, come on. That was George Carlin at his best. He became this old, wrinkled, pissed off guy because he became compromised. And he was no longer doing it for the sheer joy of what he did. He had to do it for tax money. Oh, lesson learned, dude. Listen, the last 7 years for him, like Brain Droppings was kind of like the one where I went, okay, a little much. I love the guy. I saw him 3 times. I actually saw him at a place called the Coliseum. It was funny. Back-to-back nights. This is a fun story. It's a good way to kind of like start to. And by the way, Daniel, I really do send you my heart tap. I really do. I get it. I understand it. And I know that you might get some stripes for this and say at your Bible study. So I was on YouTube and I had a psychic. By the way, I'm a medium. I believe in psychic work, but I don't believe in taking away free will. So if I tell you you're going to win the lottery and you don't buy the ticket, that's free will, right? And again, I don't, I'm sharing this because I've been there. I'm sharing my skills, my abilities, my evolution. And so the whole Catholic thing didn't work out. And then I inadvertently went to an evangelical college. Don't ask. I was going for an organizational management degree. Next thing I know, I had to spout off, oh God, I've got stories. But I had made this impression, a really good impression on one of the teachers who was a pastor. And there was a guy who was moving into the area that was building mega churches. He had gotten some seed money from somebody down in Texas, maybe Houston. I'll just leave it there. And he brings me out and he says, the Lord came to me to tell you that I'm supposed to talk to you about the opportunity of a lifetime. And I'm like, what kind of opportunity are you going to give me? Because I'm wheeling and dealing. I'm at the prime of my life. Right? And I sit down and it's him and he's in a great suit. It was a tracksuit, but he was in a great suit. I was wearing a blazer, had a tie on. I was respectful. And he had 2 of his buddies with him. You know, the kind that never disagree with you. His sycophantic crowd. And over the next hour and 45 minutes, I heard about how much money I can make because tithing is required. And he told me with my charisma, with my understanding of the good book, that I'm able to work with the scripture. And truth be told, I really only need to say maybe 5 or 6 lines a week. I need to be able to talk about how to be saved. But I was musical. Oh, Lord, it was all musical. I could lead the choir in praise and understanding of the Lord Jesus. And after all, that's all it's all about. Yeah, I'll take another bourbon. That indelible mark has stayed in my mind. And I stayed in my authentic self. I did not get that far to just get that far. And I said to Buddy Christ, I said, Buddy Christ, thank you so much for giving me the opportunity to talk to you here today about my beliefs. Sycophantic one takes off his sunglasses and says, we're the big time. You might want to tailor that a little differently. I'll have a scotch. Keep them coming. And I turned to Sycophantic 2, who really didn't do much of anything. But he put away a soup, a salad, and a porterhouse. And he never wiped his mouth, not once. I'm not saying he didn't get any on him. Just saying. Good aim, bad aim, he didn't care. He was there for the carnage. And I looked Buddy Christ in the eye and I said, oh, my friend, I'm so glad you have your convictions and your business plan. Have you ever thought that this work is really about how you help other people, not how you help yourself? And then he said, well, let me tell you about this. Let me tell you about how I roll. I used to be poor. What kind of car you drive? It's a Buick. It's about 8 years old, but it's paid for. How about you drive a Buick off the lot on me? And we sew this deal up and we get you in on Sunday. I'm paraphrasing a little bit, but that's where he went with it. And I politely said, who's Gene? He sat back and he says, Gene? Yeah, who's Gene? Gene was my mother. This isn't how Jean taught you. This isn't what she said. She was closer to a Leonard Skinner song than she was preaching a Bible. And by the way, those of you that have picked up that my astrological halo is properly placed, bonus points. We are all divine, as I explained to him. When I went on to tell him the specific parts of his life where his mother was influential, he said, everybody can do research. And I slightly paused for a moment, and I leaned in, and I said with the utmost of respect, I don't give a shit enough about doing research on your past or your history or your healing. I do care about the people that you come in contact with, and you make them offers you can never return the favor of. Quit stealing their energy, their time, their hope, their devotion. Help them believe in themselves, not in a book that you only know about 12 lines in. He sat back, adjusted himself. I'll have another bourbon. And he said, well, I know I'm not buying a car for you today because the work that you just did was the devil. And I said, well, okay. What does that mean? Does that mean I'm a fallen angel? Which devil are you specifically going over? Are we talking about Beelzebub? Are we talking about Lucifer? Are we talking about the former right hand of God that might have fallen? We're getting dicey. Why not actually have the conversation with me and say, the devil is anything you can't control or blow smoke up someone's ass? I'm sorry, Daniel, you hit a trigger tonight. I do believe in one God, the Father, the Almighty Creator of heaven and earth. I think I've been created in his image, and I am meant to do this and have these understandings and help people understand who they are to become the best version of themselves, not to be tied down by a bureaucracy, hypocrisy, and misunderstanding of telephone that we never really get right, but to prove that we have the tools internally to become who we are meant to be, to help who we are meant to be. To recognize that we all have struggles and nobody's perfect. And God damn it, if you all did a Google search far enough, you're going to find something about me. But I'm here to tell you, I learned from every single one of them. I'm here to tell you that Daniel is at a crossroads. God bless him, literally. I'm grateful that he and I got connected tonight. Don't shame him. I won't allow it. He's in process, as you are, as I am, as we all are. Let's get rid of the judgment and start lifting each other up. Let's not leave anybody behind. No one. Everybody's important. It's time. It's time. Do me a favor. Share this video with somebody that needs to hear this. Tell them to queue it up at about, I don't even know how long I've been talking at this point. Tell them to queue it up at about minute 45. That's where I start taking off about this. Like and subscribe. Yes, yes, yes. Sign up for the astrology classes. I think you're going to love it. I have to keep the lights on. I have a lot of responsibilities. I have 3 adopted sons. I have oh, and by the way, I'm sorry, am I not Jesus enough? How many kids have you adopted? I don't get into that anymore. I used to say that. I used to be angry. But on my path, that's what I needed. That's where I went. Right? Let's not get into the comparison shit. Do the best you can with the tools you have. This is me. This is who I am. I'm also going to get another damn chair because I totally dropped down to my butt. Holy Toledo. Yeah, share the Oreos. By the way, I don't know if you know this or not. I don't know if the camera picks it up, but this part right here, mostly Oreos. Down here, cheddar cheese. Anyways, my team hates it when I do self-deprecating humor. All right, guys, listen, let's close out. Thank you so much for doing this tonight. Share with a friend, like and subscribe. Get it out there. Help me out. Tell a friend about the class. The class is only $333 for the next couple of days. I got to go up, guys. I got to stay true to my word. It's part of being authentic. You're going to love what we have to talk about. When we talk about the planets, the houses, the aspects, the moon, you're going to be able to pull out a chart. You're going to be able to be a rock star. Understand it for yourself, for your own development. Yes, Terry, expect an email by the end of the week. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Thank you so much. All right, guys, we're going to bring in our bright light. We're going to close out tonight. We're going to tell our guys thank you for being part of our journey. Right or wrong, I reserve the right to change. I reserve the right to take in more information to make a better decision so I can become the best version of myself in all the work that I'm meant to do. Thank you guys for being a part of things here. Thank you so much for being part of my journey. Understand that we're human, and this human experience includes a greater power that none of us really have a handle on. We have tried to explain it over 4,500 times, and none of us have gotten it right. By the way, 92% of all worldview religions have us going to an off-planet site. Let that sink in, L. Ron Hubbards. Listen, I'm exactly where I want to be, and I want to be able to sign out. 111, Angels Calling, Archangel Michael signing out. Love you guys. And remember, heart tap to everybody, because we care and love for one another. Peace out.